Hi everyone, this is Veronica and today we are going to discuss about Digital Sky platform. What is it and what are drone policies? We'll discuss all about them. So for my video updates, you can follow me on Instagram. The PDF of the lecture will be uploaded on my Facebook profile and Telegram channel. So guys, this is the channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for any government exam, our pen drive and tablet courses are also available. For additional information, you can visit our website or you can call on these numbers given on the screen. So let's talk why is it in news first. See, Digital Sky platform, it is launched and now India has started to register drones, pilots and operators. So registration portal for online permissions, right? So we'll talk about First of all, what are drones? So these are the aircrafts without human pilot, or you can say which have ground-based controllers. So you might have heard about DGCA, that is Directorate General of Civil Aviation, is the civil aviation regulator in the country. Next thing you should know, as defined by DGCA, drones are remotely piloted aircraft. They are known as RPA. So now in the lecture when I use this RPA, you should know what is RPA, that is remotely piloted aircraft. Now RPA is an unmanned aircraft piloted from remote pilot station. The RPA, its associated remote pilot stations, command and control links and any other components from a remotely piloted aircraft system. So that we call RPAS, that is remotely piloted aircraft system. Now the guidelines for operating them come into effect from 1st December 2018. So our government almost took 4 years to write these regulations, decide the regulations. It is the date from when civilian use of drones becomes legal in India. So it is very, very important. This is about what are drones. So behind this news, let's dig into a little bit about on the background. Now RPAS, that is remotely piloted aerial systems, popularly referred to as drones, are a technology platform with wide-ranging applications. So in August 2018, this year, India had announced and released its CAR, that is Civil Aviation Regulations, to enable safe flying of drones in India, right? So now let's talk about what is this Digital Sky platform. See, the Digital Sky platform is first of its kind because it implements NPNT. NPNT stands for No Permission, No Takeoff. This is a novel system of software-based self-enforcement to minimize deviations from the CAR. Okay, so CAR is your Civil Aviation Regulations. Now the regulations has to come in effect from December 1st, as I told you. This will allow the industry time to ready themselves for the launch. From micro and above categories, operators and pilots are required to register on this Digital Sky portal. Now the platform has begun accepting registrations for users. Payments for, now there is UAOP, that is payments for this is Unmanned Aerial Operator Permit, and there is UIN, that is Unique Identification Numbers. These will be accepted through Bharat Kosh portal, right? Now see, we'll talk about permissions, like what permissions are needed, how to get the permissions and what are the different zones. So to get permissions from RPAS, now I have told you the full forms of all, now I'll use the short form. So to get the permission from RPS for RPS operators or remote pilots, will have to file a flight plan, right? There should be you have to file a flight plan. Now see, what are green zones? Flying in green zones requires only intimation of the time and location, right, via the portal or the app. Next is yellow zone. Permission will be required for flying in yellow zones, and for red zones flights will not be allowed. And these about these areas which are green zones, yellow zones or red zones, this will be told by the government soon in their next letter or whatever document they'll issue. Now see how to get the permission. So to get the, let me rub this. So now to get the permission to fly, RPS operators or remote pilots will have to file a flight plan as I told you, and then flying in the green zones as I told you what they need. So this is about the permission. Now what is the need for this regulations or sky platform? So see, first of all, to enhance businesses, how a few businesses have managed to manufacture or operate drones in India without attracting hostile government attention. They provided products and services primarily for the cinematography, filmmaking, agriculture, then maybe for infrastructure sectors, right? However, there were no regulations earlier so in place that guarantee the legality of their products and services. So it has been difficult for these kind of businesses to attract investors, so it limited their ability to grow. Now it is also to be noted that India has no indigenous drone manufacturer right now, so it will boost the indigenous drone manufacturers also to compete on the global stage, right? So the national policy on drone would go a long way in addressing these concerns. So about the regulations we are talking, drone regulation first edition, they have been out in August this year. So as per civil aviation regulations ruled out by DGCA, there are 5 categories. RPA is categorized by weight, so they are categorized by weight, like nano. So in nano, less than or equal to 250, less than or equal to 250 grams, right? Micro, that is greater than 250 gram but less than 2 kg, okay, but less than 2 kg. And in mini, or that you can call small, for mini it should be greater than, okay, they have here I have not written mini, so for if there is a category called mini, so it will be 2 kg but less than 25 kg. And for small, it will be greater than 25 kg but less than 150 kg. And for the greater, now that comes under medium and large, it will be like greater than 150 kg. So the mandatory equipment required for operation of RPAs except nano category, right? Nano category does not need any regulations, like all RPAs except nano and those owned by NTRO, ARC or Central Intelligence Agency. So all RPAs are to be registered, issued with unique identification numbers. Now see, there will be some restricted zones for the drones also. These unmanned aircraft operator permit shall be required. So this I have written like what height they can operate. This RPS operating below 50 feet, micros will be operating below 200 feet, and those owned by NTRO and intelligence, they don't need any such regulation. So there will be no drone zones also. As you can say, there are restrictions, restricted zones for drones. So I'll just tell you what areas are restricted. See, RPA cannot be flown within 5 km of the perimeters of Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore and Hyderabad, okay, airports, and within 3 km from the perimeter of any other airport. So this is the restriction zone. Now again, it cannot fly within permanent or temporary prohibited, restricted and danger areas and within 25 km of international border, which includes LOC or LAC or AGPL, that is actual ground position line. Moreover, it cannot fly beyond 500 meter into sea from the coastline and within 3 km from perimeter of military installations. Now it is also cannot fly within a 5 km radius of Vijay Chowk in Delhi, within 2 km of perimeter of strategic locations, vital installations notified by Ministry of Home Affairs. So it also cannot be operated from a mobile platform, such as like if you are in a car, you cannot operate a drone. And even in eco-sensitive zones, in national parks, sanctuaries, so violation, if anybody violated such laws, so they will be held under relevant section of IPC and Aircraft Act 1934. So this is very important. Now see, drone second edition framework has been started, and task force on the recommendation of drone policy second edition under chairmanship of Minister of State has been started. Now the ministry has constituted a task force. This task force is expected to release their final report by end of this year. So drone second framework of RPs are expected to include, so what will it include? Regulatory architecture for autonomous flying, then delivery via drones, and beyond visual line of sight. Like in first edition, you have to fly your drone in the limits of your eyes, like visual line of sight should be there. But in second edition, they are trying to bring in regulations for BVLOS, that is beyond visual line of sight flights, right? So there could be concerns regarding this regulation also. The current regulations make it legal for non-governmental agencies, right? For non-governmental agencies, organizations, individuals to use unmanned vehicles. But the high cost put them beyond the reach of NGOs and rural communities. So the processes and fees render it difficult for them to conduct drone operation without hiring companies. So for example, beside this, some activities with potential for market transformation are not currently permitted. For example, functional drone-based delivery is not allowed till now. So that is why they are trying to bring in second edition of drone framework. So just see what lies ahead in this zone of digital sky platform. See, drone applications are extremely relevant to India's large rural population. Why? Because farming communities could cooperatively use drones to map vegetation stress. Okay, like I'll write here vegetation stress. Then you can say prevent crop raiding by wild animals, conduct precise spraying of fertilizers and pesticides. Drones can help them, right? So necessary infrastructure must be put in in place for implementations of regulations without delay. And in edition 1, they said specific training will also be given. This will expose them to regulations, basic principles of flight and air traffic control procedures. So they will also be taught, the people undergoing the training, on weather and meteorology, emergency identification and handling. So these operators will also have to take written test and flight simulator test before they are issued the permits for their drones, right? So more representatives, sometimes like more representatives from outside the drone industry, including the civil society organization, or you can say the advocacy groups, should be involved in framing, because they can even tell you more what kind of regulations are necessary, or you can get ideas, government can get ideas from the people who are actually into this business or market, right? So this is about digital sky platform and drone. So if everything goes like how it is planned, soon your pizzas will be delivered to you by drones, your medical things, or whatever you order online, that could be delivered to you via drone. So this is very exciting. Let's see what happens. Thank you. If you have any queries, you can contact me, and the lecture will be uploaded and the PDF will be uploaded on my Telegram channel. So thank you.